starting a program on it, right? I don't remember what I was saying. Oh yeah.
Western culture.
Yeah, so the Greeks are doing great. And the truth is, I wonder about myself. Like if Yavon and Avram were gonna go through me, I'm not sure who would really win. First of all, I was dipped in Western culture in California. Literally dipped in it, double dipped. In Los Angeles, and double dipped in Western culture. And so that kind of is the furniture of my mind, but like putting on like the ceiling headspace, the headspace of Am Yisrael, the Torah Yehudit, to put that's an app I use. Torah is an app I use. You understand? My factory setting is my upbringing in Los Angeles, okay? LA, yeah, Lo Aleinu. Okay? That's the factory setting. That's default. It's default. You hear to my voice, it's like, I get up here, you probably thought I was from Brooklyn or something. Yom Tov, where was you? We was looking for you. I'm dipped in Western culture. And my Torah Hashkafa, it's very strong, it's very harif actually. I'm even nervous to speak in such a place. It's very harif, but it's an app. It's an app. I have to press on that app to get my Torah eyes on. I gotta put in the Torah software to understand events going on around us. On the way over here, first of all, I got pulled over speeding. Yeah, I was in no hurry. I just like to drive fast. Yeah, that's Greek. The cop pulls me over. He's like, "What in the world are you thinking?" And I said, "Well, there's no one around, first of all. It wasn't like anyone was in danger. And secondly, I'm a mountain biker. And I've just got a need for speed." And that's what I said to him. And he's just like, "Just slow it down, brother. Slow it down." Send me on my way. As usual, you can't give me a ticket. You can't. I'm already 25 years driving here, and every time they beg me not to give me a ticket. I mean, I've begged them to give me a ticket, they won't give me a ticket. You know why? I learned years ago about cops. See, cops, they're afraid of losing control when they're little, and something about that gun just keeps them warm. And when they pull you over, they're sure you're going to argue that you were right. So I argue that I was wrong. When they say 70, I say 75. When they say light was red, I say, it was red a long time before I even got there. I'm telling you, they don't know what to do. It's so disarming. I'm telling you, I came speeding around the corner. I just said, listen, I can go out and go crazy sometimes. That's what I told them. I'm a mountain biker, and sometimes I go, that's what I said. And he was just like, just slow it down. Just slow it down. Anyway, so try that from now on. Just give them the power. Give them the power. Give your wife the power, my goodness. Watch how much she chills out. Recently, my wife, she was, I don't remember what she said, but I just knew to give her the power. Give her the power. Grabbed my tefillah bag, went to that one. Coming back, I'm tiptoeing into the house just to get in and get out quick based on how the morning went. And I just want to get in and get out. Just want to drop the tefillah off and run. She greets me at the door. I'm like, uh-oh. And she's like, "Can I make you an omelet?" And I'm like, "Omelet? Okay, what's the catch?" And she's like, "How about freshly squeezed orange juice?" And I'm like, "Sure." And I sit down, I'm eating breakfast like a king in there. Why? What did I give her? Give her the power. She needed to vent. She needed to say some stuff. Yeah, I had made a couple mistakes, I'm sure. Had I only listened. And I would have been But she made some points. What do most men do? Fight. If you attack your husband, he will fight. But there is a good percentage of husbands that will flight. They will go to a 3-hour mincha. They will say they have to go to the bathroom, but their smartphone will be in hand. Yeah. They'll be back in 3 hours. I didn't just come here to humor you guys. Listen. The point is that we got a serious fight on our hands. Let me just thicken the plot here. Because it's not so clear what the fight is. First of all, they're winning, and they're winning badly. Like, they're really winning this one. And I know that because I'm a Jew who lives, I'm in the mikveh every morning, I'm davening, I'm studying Kabbalah for like 20-something years, I'm sticking to the Rebbes, I do, you know, I'm pretty intense about my Jewish life. I'm very intense about it. When I make kiddush, by the time I'm done, there's no wine in the cup. It's just everywhere. It's the way I drive. So, and I know I'm not winning any awards in Abram and Yavan's discussion up there. I know I'm not winning any awards, for sure. I'm not winning ones. Even I would have come in here earlier, except I was watching a surf tournament in my car downstairs. North Shore is like, waves are like 40 feet. I'm watching a tournament live. Oh my gosh, I don't know how to speak anymore. Listen, the matters get even more intense because everything the Greeks were into, we're into. We're perfect with them. Like, they like music. Hey, we like music. They like architecture. We like architecture. They're extreme aesthetics. We're extreme aesthetics. We love aesthetics. They loved cuisine. We love cuisine. They venerated health. We consider the body the temple. If our body's a temple, it's housing our soul. You got to take care of it. We get along with them too well, you could say. We get along too well, and that was really our downfall in Israel. Is that when they took us over, Greeks generally honored the cultures they took over. They more or less wanted to just farm your resources back to Greece. They more or less left you alone. And they would have left us alone too, in general. But we just get along too well. We're too like them in a way. Because we get it. We get that there's something called beauty in this world. We get a good wine. We get a good Shabbos meal. We love this world. We're not monks in India. You know, imagine when they took over the Indians were just like, what is wrong with these monkeys? But when they took us over, you know, we were also into it. You know, we like beauty. We love beauty because it's Hashem's world. Rambam says, like, part of Ahavas Hashem is to look at the beauty, the Yofi Yafet, right? Look at the beauty. And feel the Roimelus Hashem when you look at it. We just get along too well with the Greeks. And you see how much they can lay inroads into our hearts and minds and wallets. Oh my gosh, I mean, just Amazon. I was on Amazon today. Two items I was interested in. And then add all my teenagers on an iPad. Oh my gosh, it's like an Amazon war. Amazon war. Every time I go to the U.S., I took a photo of this. I can show it on my phone. When I arrived at my Shabbaton in Las Vegas, the couple, you know, who were housing me, Anderson, the rabbi, what do you call the young whippersnapper rabbis who come to synagogues to work?
The assistant rabbi?
The assistant rabbi. The assistant rabbi and his wife were just kind of smirking when I walked in the door. I thought it was something funny. I didn't know what it was. I get in the room. You couldn't get to the bed from the UPS packages that my teenagers had sent in there. It was just unbelievable. And I travel with nothing. I'm a surfer from California. All I need is basically what I'm wearing. And I've been wearing it for like months now. And I mean, I changed my undergarments, but that's about it. We don't have to discuss that in any detail. Now, not only I packed a whole bag, I packed a whole duffel that I brought. I'm overweight on both bags. It's $10 a pound. Yeah. And I get to the thing, and I'm just like, God, this is your chance. Please save me. Put him on the scale. And the lady's like, you're a rabbi? And I'm like, yeah, this is going well, this is going well. She's like, my godfather's a rabbi. Anyway, I almost missed my point. A half hour later, she's in tears. And she's just crying and crying over her rabbi who passed away. Her godfather, she lost her godfather. And this sweet lady from Georgia, whatever. Anyway, she took both of my overweight bags. By the time the discussion was over, they were already on the belt. And she was just like, don't worry about the bags. It's like me and the cops. Me and the cops. It's very hard to... Oh, I just now on Friday, coming here, I got so popped at JFK. I was 42 pounds overweight. That's $420 overweight. And they were not, like, this guy wasn't crying about his godfather. By a long shot. Oh my gosh. But he was helpful. He sent me to the first floor. He said if I bought a suitcase, it would just be $100 plus the suitcase. I made it by 30 seconds before they shut the flight for more bags. Just a little stressful. Anyway, so that's what I wanted to do to fatten it up, is just to say we get along too well. We just get along with these people. And so then what is our battle? What's our battle? What's the battle? So I'm going to share with you what the battle is. And I'll end with this, but it's not going to be like concluding remarks. Everything I said till now was the introduction. Just kidding. Kind of. Okay. So, first of all, I want to teach you a little bit of Kabbalah. You know Kabbalah. Okay, no one's going to levitate here. But the top of the line in the Hebrew alphabet, the top of the line, meaning above the letter, that's called Shemayim, or that's the spiritual. And the baseline is called that's the material, that's the physical world. So any letter that's touching strong into the physical, you know, like a mem is going to be very grounded. You know, that's a mikvah. The shape these even is like a mikvah. Mem is a very grounded letter. A yud is the opposite. A yud is a very floating letter. So, you know, just it doesn't even touch the earth. And the yud is called chachma because it's just ideas. Like, for example, tonight you had to make plans and you were thinking, what should I do tonight? Should I go to this event? Should I go? It's all yud, that's all yud stuff. But when you came in here and you walked through the doors, you were just like, you were in Vav land. Vav is just a yud that's been implemented. It's an implemented yud. You hear that my mind works very associatively. I have a very strong right brain. It just does its thing. My left brain is like, I left it at Ben Gurion or something. I don't have a left brain, which costs me a lot of money because I always have an assistant who's my Vav. I pay a guy full time to be my Vav. Every idea gets implemented by him or nixed by him, and he's my guy. And oh my gosh, I forgot to tell him something.